Hi class 12 students studying NCERT books. I am Harpreet Kaur from English Frog Club. So today I have come up with another chapter from the book Flamingo for you. Today we are going to do the 5th chapter Indigo from the book Flamingo. So are you ready to do the chapter with me? Yes. Let's proceed then. Why to wait? Now let's proceed with the reading of the chapter and explaining the things in details to you so that you come to know about the meanings of each and every word. So in this part 1 of the explanation of the chapter Indigo, we are going to start with the reading with the first paragraph. So here I'm going to read it. When I first visited Gandhi in 1942 at his ashram in Sevagram in central India, he said, I will tell you how it happened that I decided to urge the departure of British. It was in 1917. So lot many students get confused here. They think that the story of this chapter, the story that Gandhi is narrating here in this chapter has started in 1942. But in 1942 was the first time when Louis Fisher visited Gandhi at his ashram in Sevagram. Okay, and where is Sevagram? It is in the central India, and he is just telling us about the answer Gandhi has given, but no question question put up by Louis Fisher is mentioned in this particular excerpt that we are reading right now. So I here stands for Gandhi. Will tell you how it happened that I decided to urge the departure, that Gandhi decided to urge the departure. Urge is the request, okay, plead or request we can say, to request the departure of British. Okay, so he said that now I'm going to tell you the story when and why I decided that we can urge the Britishers to move out of India, to free the India. So when did it happen? Gandhi said that it was in 1917. The story that Gandhi is going to narrate, which invoked the thought of asking the Britishers to go back from India and keep the India and make India a free country, started in 1917. Now we are going to read that story ahead. What exactly happened in that? What exactly happened that Gandhi decided that we can ask Britishers to leave. We need not to fight them. We can just ask them to leave, quit India. Okay. So let's see what was the story behind, what was the inspiration of Gandhi that made him take this decision, which changed the total scenario of India, which changed the future of India, and today we are free because of this step taken by the great Indian fighters, including Mahatma Gandhi. So let's read further. He had gone to December 1916 annual convention. Now here it is not Gandhi who is telling the story. Again here Louis Fisher is telling us what he talked with Gandhi, and he is giving us the review of that, narration of that, reporting that particular thing, reporting that particular interview that he had with Gandhi. He is giving us the report of that. That is why this word he is for Gandhi. Okay. So he had gone to December 1916 annual convention of the Indian National Congress Party in Lucknow. There were 2,301 delegates and many visitors. During the proceedings, Gandhi recounted. A peasant came up to me looking like any other peasant in India, poor and emaciated. and said, I am Rajkumar Shukla, I am from Champaran and I want you to come to my district. So Gandhi here is recounting the episode that he told Louis Fisher, and at this particular area Louis Fisher is reporting that thing what he asked Gandhi. Okay, so in 1916 the story of Rajkumar Shukla started in 1916's annual convention of National Congress, where there were many delegates came and there were many visitors also, and among the visitors there was a ordinary looking peasant named Rajkumar Shukla, and he requested Gandhi to go to his district with him, to come to his district with him. So this was the request made by Rajkumar Shukla at the annual convention of National Congress Party in Lucknow in 1916. Gandhi had never heard of the place. It was in the foothills of the towering Himalayas near the kingdom of Nepal. So Gandhi wasn't aware about where Champaran was. He had never heard the name is there, whether there was a place named Champaran or not. And he came to know that this village was in the foothills of the Himalayas. It was in the foothills of Himalayas and it was near the kingdom of Nepal. Under an ancient arrangement, the Champaran peasants were sharecroppers. Rajkumar Shukla was one of them. He was illiterate but resolute. So here we are getting who is Rajkumar Shukla and what was his problem. So they were sharecroppers. They were sharing their crops with the owner of the land. So this thing was in an ancient arrangement. Ancient means in an old arrangement, and Rajkumar Shukla was one of those peasants who were working under the system of sharecropping that was going on in their village for many years, from many decades we can say. It was an ancient arrangement. Okay, so here we also get a characteristic about Rajkumar Shukla. He was illiterate but resolute. Although Rajkumar Shukla was illiterate, but he was firm. Resolute stands for firm. Okay, he was quite firm in his decisions. So let's see what he had come to do there. For that we need to proceed to the next page. Continuing with the previous page, let's see what Rajkumar Shukla had come, why Rajkumar Shukla had come to Gandhi so far away from the foothills of Himalayas to here in Lucknow. So he had come to Congress session to complain about the injustice of the landlords in Bihar, and somebody had probably said speak to Gandhi. So this is telling, here we are getting the reason of Rajkumar Shukla's visit. He had come to complain about the injustice, as someone has told him to speak to Gandhi. According to that person, Gandhi was there, the person who could solve his problem. So I hope it's quite clear till now. I would like you to do a think, and what you need to do is you need to write about why Shukla had come so far away to meet Gandhi. Write in the comment box below. Okay, so I hope your answer in the comment box is already there and you have typed the answer. So let's move further and see whether Gandhi entertained Shukla or not. Let's see. Gandhi told Shukla he had an appointment in Kanpur and was also committed to go to other parts of India. Shukla accompanied him everywhere. Then Gandhi returned to his ashram near Ahmedabad. Shukla followed him to the ashram. For weeks he never left Gandhi's side. Fix a date, he begged. So here in this paragraph, on the very first occasion, Gandhi refused, saying him that he had some appointments and he won't be able to accompany him to his village Champaran. And so, but Rajkumar Shukla was really firm and he was determined that he is going to take Gandhi to his village, and he kept on following Gandhi everywhere where Gandhiji went. Rajkumar Shukla followed him. Even when Gandhiji went back to Ahmedabad to his ashram, Rajkumar Shukla was there also, and for many weeks he did not leave Gandhi, and he kept on following Gandhi wherever he used to go. But after a certain time, he had also become tired of following Gandhi, and then he begged Gandhi to fix a date. He said, "You give me an appointment and tell me when I can come to take you to my village, Champaran." Okay. Impressed by sharecropper's tenacity and the story, Gandhi said, "I have to be in Calcutta, and on such and such date come to meet me and take me from there." So here Gandhiji was really impressed by his firmness and the way he talked, the way he followed Gandhi, and he was also impressed by the story, and he ultimately at the end he also gave an appointment to Gandhi. He told that he'll be there in Calcutta and on a particular date, and he asked him to come to take him on that date. Months passed. Shukla was sitting on his haunches at the appointed spot in Calcutta when Gandhi arrived. He waited till Gandhi was free. Then the two of them boarded a train for the city of Patna in Bihar. There, Shukla led him to the house of a lawyer named Rajendra Prasad, who later became the president of Congress Party of India. So, on the fixed date, on the appointed date, Gandhi, when he reached Calcutta, he found that Rajkumar Shukla was present there. And then both of them boarded a train. Boarded a train means they took a train, they sat in a train and started journey. They journeyed by train and they went from Calcutta to Patna in Bihar. Okay. The two of them boarded a train. They took a train for the city of Patna in Bihar, and Rajkumar Shukla led him to a lawyer's house whose name was Rajendra Prasad, and you all know that Rajendra Prasad later became the president of Congress Party and then the president of India also. So let's see further what happened at Rajendra Prasad's house when Gandhi and Rajkumar Shukla reached Rajendra Prasad's house. What happened at that time? So let's read further. Rajendra Prasad was out of the town, but the servants knew Shukla as a poor yeoman who pestered their master to help the indigo sharecroppers. So they let him stay on the grounds with his companion Gandhi, whom they took to be another peasant. But Gandhi was not permitted to draw water from the well, lest some drops of water, but her servants knew Shukla as a poor yeoman who pestered their master to help the indigo sharecroppers. So they let him stay on the grounds with his companion Gandhi, whom they took to be another peasant. Let's explore these lines first, then we'll move further. So that day Rajendra Prasad was at home or not? What do you say? Yes, he wasn't at home, he was out of town. So, but the servants Rajkumar Shukla was a regular visitor to Rajendra Prasad's house, and servants were already known to him, and they knew that he is a poor peasant, he is a poor farmer who is always pestered there, who is always pressing or requesting their master to help them. Okay, but so they let them stay in the house, and so Gandhi was also, they asked them to stay there for the night till the time Rajendra Prasad comes for the next day to spend. They allowed them to spend a night in Rajendra Prasad's house. So they let him stay on the grounds with his companion Gandhi, whom they took to be another peasant, but Gandhi was not permitted to draw water from the well, lest some drops from the bucket pollute the entire source. How did they know that he was not untouchable? So here we come to know about the treatment Gandhi got at Rajendra Prasad's house in the absence of Rajendra Prasad. So as Gandhiji accompanied Rajkumar Shukla, who belonged to a lower caste, and the servants were not aware about whether Gandhiji was from the upper caste, and they took him a lower caste person, and then they allowed them to stay in the house, but they were not allowed to draw water. They were not allowed to take water from the well because it may get polluted. Okay, if some drops of water fell into the well, I mean it has touched them, and you know those days this untouchability and all those things were quite prevalent in the India, so they did not allow Gandhi to stay in their house, in the house of So they allowed Gandhi to stay in the house, but they did not allow him to have water from the well. That's all in this part of the chapter Indigo, and I will meet you in the next part. Till now, I have a task for you. I want you to make notes of the chapter and do write 1 or 2 new expressions that you have picked up in this chapter in the comment box below. So bye for now. See you in this part 2 of the chapter Indigo.